It's Sunday and I'm recording actually Monday, my day. And obviously my day is a way to share with everyone one thing that you achieve, one thing that you learn, one thing that you find out that you need to fix. I'm trying to do it almost every working day. It's hard because it enforces you to think about those three things every day, but it sharpens your mind and it helps others to know what you are dealing with, and you will be surprised how many people will try to help you once they will know what you're focused on. So that's my day, and I'm recording again for Friday, and I think all of my thing, the achievement, the learning, and the fix are all related one to each other. Friday, and I start with the achievement, and you understand later when I did it. So I worked in order to understand what was the change since we start to use no hierarchy system up until now. Now, regretfully, we just measure data just when we started, and we don't have any data before that. But I can tell you that based on feedbacks that we got as we started, the growth of, we didn't have to measure anything, so there wasn't any metrics, so it's hard to know. But the perception of IT was extremely horrible. People didn't want to use it, people didn't understand why they are paying for that. It was really horrible situation to be within. We inherited a situation where the entire or most of the IT was outsourced to IBM, and the end result was actually ridiculous. So that's where we started. Then in the last 3 years, especially last year, we experienced Mother Nature hit us pretty hard. We lost our data center, we lost our facility, we have to work for 3-4 months outside of our facility, and as a result we have to actually rebuild, instead of one data center, lesson learned, 2 data centers in parallel, and if that's not enough, to export majority of our production servers or application onto the cloud as well. So there was like a extremely hectic situation through this period since when we started XOIT or no hierarchy up until now. Nevertheless, all of the metrics that we are measuring, whether they're key or not the key, show an average progress of 20, 25, so it's actually 23 point something percentage. So since we started in 2016 up until now, which is 16, 17, 18, we saw an increase of 23.5%. In reality, we saw much more higher percentage before Harvey, and Harvey actually plunged all of our metrics, so all the average went down after Harvey for a long time, and now we start to see all the numbers going up again. Nevertheless, I don't know what is the average growth, or obviously everyone has different metrics, so our key metrics is average time that we keep production up and running. It's feedbacks from customers, surveys, it's SLAs, it's the budget, and I don't know what I'm missing. We have 5. Overall, we have around 8, 9 different metrics that we measure. Anyway, I think it's pretty impressive, and you understand in a minute why I did it. But that's the achievement. I think it's pretty amazing. And anyway, every time that I check with other CIOs and I explain what we are measuring, what we've done, and what we went through, actually everyone is pretty surprised from what we managed to achieve. So that's for the achievement, and I really love it, and I'm happy to talk about it or speak about it, because I don't think for a moment that we will manage to reach those achievements if we will run a classical hierarchical system. I don't think ever we are going to be there. So that's the achievement, what I learned. And that goes with no hierarchy system. So it appears that if people doesn't know, if people have a managerial background and we have few people in a group, and those people doesn't know exactly what everyone that part of a circle or a group that they are running is doing, because he's involved in other groups and he is contributing his time in other places. And since they are not the managers, there aren't any managers, they don't know exactly what they're doing everywhere. They just know what they're doing inside their group, and in the group their contribution might be very minor due to the fact that in other groups their contribution is extremely high. So what I learned is that if someone that has this managerial mentality doesn't know exactly what someone is doing, the end result, what you believe, that they're doing nothing. So there's no confidence in other people, there's no confidence in the system. If I don't have any control, if I don't know exactly what someone is doing, well, he's doing nothing because I don't know what he's doing. In reality, since you can go and see what people capture that they've done, you can see that they did. And if you go and speak with other people, you see that they're doing a lot. True, not everyone. So like every bell curve, we have certain percentage, around 5 to 10, that do take advantage of the system and doing much less than others, but the majority are extremely engaged. And what surprised me, or what I learned, that people that have this strict managerial background simply sees everything as black because they don't understand the system. It takes them time to learn the system, let's be honest enough. So that's what I learned. And last but not least, one thing that I find out we need to fix, and that goes hand in hand with the first one, and that's why I did it. When you're running, let's say 5K, throughout your running, the only thing that you're feeling is pain and agony and why I'm doing it, and you see all the negative stuff of the running process. Just when you stop, when you reach the end line, then you can look backwards and say, oh, I've done a lot, that's superb, and you have a good feeling. This analogy exactly the same for a group of people, any organization that is doing something. So through the doing, you encourage all the issues, all the problems, all the negative, and you focus on them, just see them. Since any organization doesn't stop, or it's very hard, or you need to do something consciously to stop, look backward and see your progress, people doesn't see the progress. What they see is the problems that they are encouraging each and every day. So their perception about what's going on is extremely negative, although when you look at the data, when you stop back and look at the data, the picture is completely different than the perception. And our perception is our perception, but the data is accurate. No one manipulates the data, and people's perception are based on nothing, just a perception. So that's what needs to be fixed, and I think that I found already how to do it, but I'm not exercising it so often. So I think that at least every quarter you should stop, you should look backward, and you should do some work with your team to realize what are the progress that you've done or what you didn't progress with and you need to take care of. But the fact that you are measuring data, the fact that you can stop it each and every time, look backwards and see what is the progress for the good and for the bad from last time that you stopped to now, it's something that is very powerful. It helps people to realize that there is a progress along the way. If you won't do that, people will be focused just on the negative. You probably know it, you don't have to believe me, you see it already. We're all the same, like I'm the same. So that's all. Pretty long video for today, but I hope I hope it will help, because I believe that it touched many angles in no hierarchical system, and not just no hierarchical system, that everyone should be aware of. And if you're aware of, you manage to do your life and other people's life much more easier and fun. So that's all for today. I'll see you Monday evening. Up until then, bye.